Okay, it's here. The World Cup is actually here. And if you've been listening to us for the last few months, you know we've been saying this moment was coming. But now it's real.
And if you're just tuning in, welcome. You're not late. The party's just getting started.
Today, we're doing 4 things. First, we'll quickly highlight the big things people are talking about because, yes, this World Cup is already making history.
Then we're taking you across Washington to show you how everyone, not just Seattle, is stepping up to celebrate.
We'll share our very serious World Cup predictions. Spoiler, we disagree.
And finally, we'll talk about why this moment is bigger than soccer, because honestly, it really is.
Let's get into it. Welcome to From Pitch to Puget Sound, the podcast that's been getting you ready for this exact moment. I'm Emily.
And I'm Kyle. Emily, I do have to say, it's wild to see the hype finally hitting non-soccer fans.
It really is. And honestly, I don't think people were fully ready for how big this would feel. But now that it's here, it's undeniable.
Absolutely. So let's get started with the big picture, because this isn't just another tournament. This is the soccer tournament that everyone in the world watches. So get ready.
Oh my gosh. First, let's talk about the scale of this thing. The last time the U.S. hosted the Men's World Cup was 1994. And let me tell you, it was a big deal.
The final was at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, where Brazil ended up beating Italy on penalties. And here's the crazy part. Despite soccer not being nearly as popular here back then as it is today, that tournament set attendance records.
Over 3.5 million spectators. It remains the highest attended World Cup in history. And now, 32 years later, we're doing it again. Only bigger, louder, and with a region that, we hope, is ready for it.
And Emily, I think people are just starting to realize that this isn't just about the games. It's about the energy, it's about the traffic, it's about long lines at the airport, it's about the economic boost, the way the whole country is going to feel for the next month.
Exactly. And if you've been listening to us, you knew this was coming. But now that it's here, it's everywhere. Even non-soccer fans are starting to get it.
So even if you're just tuning in right now, welcome to the party. And if you've been with us since the beginning, we told you so.
All right, let's start with the fun stuff because our state is stepping up in a big way.
And it starts with communities making this their own, like the Everett Recovery Cafe. They're hosting a World Cup watch party for folks in recovery.
I love that because this is about everyone having a place to celebrate, no matter who you are or what you're going through. Let's hear from Jane McClure, who's helping organize it.
So I had a little bit of a heads up and lead on what was coming, and I went, this is perfect for the cafe. And we had one little opening where we could make it work because it was after hours on a Friday when the cafe was, we could be open, we could, stay open for it. And there was just this one window event, and I went, we need a sober party. And we don't use the word sober. That's not exactly right because it doesn't fit everything we do. However, when you think about it, everyone else, the big draw is a beer garden. The big draw is there's going to be wine tasting. There's going to be, it goes on and on and on. And fine. Rightfully so. I have no compunction about anyone enjoying alcoholic beverages. That's not what this is about. But there should be and needs to be that window of grace for those people who can't enjoy life that way, who really don't want to be exposed to that because it could be a setback. And they should still have a great spot to have a really good time with their friends, hooping and hollering, eating some chips and dip and slugging back a club soda.
That's what it's all about. And Jane, if you're listening, we're so here for this.
And then there's Spokane over on the eastern side of our state. Emily, you were just out there. What'd you see?
Oh, it was incredible. I was there for the Washington Institute for a Democratic Future, but I made a stop at the Commonwealth, this highway and George Washington-themed restaurant and bar on Snoqualmie Pass.
Wait, hold up. A George Washington-themed bar?
Yes, it was amazing. He had a king hat on. It was incredible. I love it. They're not just gearing up for hikers on the Pacific Crest Trail. They're also welcoming World Cup fans. The mountains in the middle of our state are ready for this.
And Spokane's hosting Egypt for their training, who's playing Iran and Belgium in Seattle. So, of course, that city's all in.
Fans packed the podium and Luger Field at Gonzaga to watch Egypt's team run drills. Downtown Spokane was decked out, and local businesses even rolled out Egypt-themed products like No Lie Brewhouse's Pharaoh's Gold beer.
That's the kind of creativity we love. Businesses getting into it. And get this, when Egypt's team flew into Spokane this weekend, they closed the airspace all around Spokane.
Yep, some folks flying in got rerouted back to Seattle and had to try again. A pain? Sure, but also kind of fascinating because this is the kind of global attention we told you about, and it's better attention than we've been hearing on national news.
And it's not just Spokane getting into the action. Everett's fan zones at Boxcar Park starting this Thursday, June 11th, this Thursday, followed by the 12th, the 18th, and the 19th, are hosting big events.
And we'll be there, experiencing the music, the fun, and talking about how soccer brings people together. And let me tell you, this setup is impressive. Giant LED screens, local food trucks, craft beverage tents, and family-friendly pop-ups.
And if you're into that more premium experience in Seattle, there's The Barge. I kid you not, this is something that's been going all around social media, Reddit, all sorts of different avenues. A floating pier with a mini soccer pitch, exclusive concessions, and of course, VIP tickets.
And here's the thing, I don't just want to go to the games and events in Seattle and Everett. I want to try to make it to something in every host city across the state.
That's the spirit, Emily. I'll let you go do that. I'll enjoy things right here at home. Because this isn't just about the matches, it's about the experience. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience, wherever you are.
And speaking of experiences, Pike Place Market is running a sip-and-savor program. Get this, you can buy a drink and enjoy it while walking through designated areas, including the market front with views of the waterfront fan zone. It runs Fridays through Sundays, noon to 5 p.m. through Labor Day. The best thing about these next 24 days of games is that you can do a lot and visit communities across the state doing fun things throughout the entire length of the tournament. You don't have to pick one, and you don't even have to plan a long trip.
Sounds like you're counting down the days there, Emily. Whether you're in Everett, Spokane, Bellingham, Bremerton, Olympia, Tacoma, the Tri-Cities, Vancouver, Yakima, or any other place I didn't mention, every community stands to benefit.
As Representative Cortez said early on, it's going to be fantastical, and I don't know if people are ready for it. Well, Representative Cortez, we're about to find out.
All right, Emily, this is the most important part of our entire podcast. Predictions. Let's talk about it, because no World Cup episode is complete without them.
That's right, and Kyle and I have a very serious bet going on.
I may be betting on France. I have a special place in my heart for that country, but we'll leave that maybe for a different day. Emily, you're betting on, I'm guessing, anyone else?
Yeah, I like my odds, but here's the thing. I do have a soft spot for the Netherlands, and not just because I'm 50% Dutch.
Oh, here we go.
German economist Joachim Clement, who's correctly predicted the last 3 World Cup winners, thinks the Netherlands will take it all this year. His model says they'll beat Portugal in the final after knocking off Spain in the semis.
So you're jumping on the Clement train.
After the Belgium game, absolutely. I'll be rooting for the Netherlands. But I'm also really excited about Mexico, Ivory Coast, Croatia, Colombia, and Brazil.
Okay, well now you're just hedging your bets.
I spent a month in Brazil a few years ago, and let me tell you, their love for soccer is next level. Honestly, it's really hard to choose a team based on all of the cool people we've met and stories that we've heard from folks around the world. The competitiveness, the passion, it suddenly feels bigger than just sports. It's culture, it's humanity and community, and it's a lot of, guess what, drama.
Oh, so much drama. The conversations leading up to the World Cup might just have been more drama than the actual games. And Emily, when France does win, I expect a very public apology representing and signifying my skills of soccer aficionado.
Deal, but when the Netherlands win, I expect you to wear an orange jersey for a week.
We'll see about that. I don't know if I can take that bet.
Okay, let's talk about some serious history to help us frame what's happening now.
Every few years, someone inevitably writes an article, is soccer finally having its moment in America? And every few years, the answer is sort of, maybe, and then nothing really changes here.
But the reason nothing sticks isn't about the sport. It's about who the sport belongs to.
Because honestly, soccer didn't arrive in America with fanfare. It arrived with the immigrants. We talked about this earlier on in our podcast. Italian communities in New York, Polish communities in Chicago, Caribbean communities in New Jersey. And as we talked about in our previous podcasts, British, Scottish, Scandinavians, those communities that came to the Pacific Northwest during the logging boom, they were the communities that made this a reality. And if you want to learn more, Washington State Legends of Soccer, fantastic organization. Have to give them a shout out to help us deep dive the history of soccer, especially here in Washington.
Yeah, they're incredible. They talked about how these folks built leagues, stadiums, and rivalries. The American Soccer League in the 1920s was drawing crowds of 20,000 people.
Fast forward, going into the year 1994, America hosts its first World Cup. We talked about this 3 million people attending. It's the highest attended World Cup in history. And yet, within a decade, most Americans couldn't even name a single player from the tournament. What happened?
It wasn't that soccer was not popular, it's because it was popular with the wrong people.
That's one of the reasons why this World Cup year is so important.
And this civics and democracy nerd in the room is finally realizing that.
We said this at the top, a little bit of something to be more serious about. This moment, it is bigger than soccer, way bigger.
Yeah, because let's be real, FIFA is complicated. The drama around ticket prices, seating, city prep, and the possible traffic and delays, it's a lot.
And FIFA's complicated. The world is complicated. There's a ton of global stuff, of course, happening right now. Like the fact that Iran's players couldn't even get visas to come to the US until days ago, and their coaches couldn't even get in at all.
And it's not just Iran. We're seeing so much happening across the world and here at home. We'd be remiss if we didn't acknowledge the hardships and challenges that surround this World Cup.
From wealth disparities being driven by high gas and grocery prices, to dangerous legislation targeting our LGBTQIA plus friends and family, to attacks on free speech and people standing up for those that are being detained by ICE.
And the conflicts, Iran, Ukraine, China, Venezuela, Mexico, to health outbreaks in the Republic of Congo, to the persistent dismantling of media, journalism, and health and reproductive rights.
It's a lot right now. We see this, we know you see this, and it's our responsibility to talk about it, acknowledge it, and understand that this is something that impacts this World Cup, and hopefully act when we can.
This World Cup is happening right as we celebrate Pride and Juneteenth and the 250th anniversary of the United States.
This is certainly a time to remember. This is going to be a big event. Honestly, what a time to be alive, what a time to be here, to show up, to be loud, to celebrate people in countries across the world, all of us with all of our flaws and all the people trying to make the world better.
This is our chance to showcase a welcoming, kind, inclusive United States and North America, and we need that right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Kyle, I really do feel like I've finally gotten it. You know, I came into this being like, I'm not really a soccer fan, but I've really started to enjoy the sport. But more than anything, I've seen the civics and democracy that is part of it and this global movement. Talking to everybody, I feel closer to our global community, to all of these teams and these people. And it reminds me of, you know, traveling to places like Brazil and Costa Rica and connecting with people. And we went to the trophy tour, meeting all of these people from across the world that, you know, some living here in the United States and how excited they were for their teams. I'm just seeing what an incredible connection that we can make and what a big impact we can make on global politics and civics as well. I'm in on this because I see the big impact that the World Cup has on all of us and has on national dialogue and world dialogue. I keep hearing this comment when it comes to world soccer that we go from me to we during these 24 days of games. And I can't tell you how much that comment really resonates with me based on all of the conversations that we had on this podcast. And it really describes how this is going to come together when you see those teams and those cohesions, those cultures, those folks, and then people cheering for the next team that they love.
You hit the nail on the head there, Emily. Soccer is all about bringing communities together. At the end of the day, all these things that are happening in the world are not because of the people that we're going to meet out there. It's the people that are in different positions, right? These communities, we all love soccer. And that's what's going to bring us together, right? We all see what's going on in the world. We all see what's happening. But at the end of the day, This is a moment to celebrate. Communities coming together, an opportunity to really say that we are one people. We are all connected through soccer, right? We see what's happening out there. We know what's going on. But dang, this is a cool opportunity to say, we're going to go out there and enjoy this moment. Go have fun. See who's the best on a soccer field. See who is going to win it all. And at the end of the day, have a moment to say we're all connected in one way or another. We're looking forward to this because we see what's going on. And this is a massive moment to show up, be loud, celebrate people and countries all around the world. All of us with all of our flaws and all the people trying to make the world better. This is our chance.
Listen to our episodes if you haven't. Get all ready for the World Cup. You can listen to them in a day, absolutely, and access all the information that you need to jump into this World Cup. I'm so excited. We're going to see you all across the state. We're going to see great things happening, and we can't wait to see you at the watch parties. And remember to tag the Snohomish Podcast Network. Everything that you're doing, let us know where you're at so we can share all the fun and all the excitement about our community here, about our communities across the state, and World Cup coming to the U.S.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. This is a moment to get excited about. As we talked with so many people on this podcast, you will remember this for the rest of your life. Make the most of it. Enjoy the moment. Have fun. This is all about enjoying.
And remember what Peter Hattrip, Sounders legend, said: no regrets.
For most of us, it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. We don't regret things we did as much as regret the things that we didn't do. And I think not getting on board and just diving into it and enjoying it is something I think people would regret later in life.
This has been From Pitch to Puget Sound. We'll see you out there next time on The Pitch.
Quick note, this podcast is independent and not affiliated with or endorsed by FIFA or the FIFA World Cup.